All right. So, welcome. And as I had said a couple times, if you are um, new to us, or if you're, especially if you're new to Zentangle, we'd like to know both. So, in the chat, if you want to put that, and also, if you wanted to say hi and where you're from, because we just find it so fun to see where everybody is from. And we'll also use the chat, primarily for conversation as well, because it's a lot easier to see the words versus, sometimes mics don't work right, or, and it's sometimes just hard to hear. So we like to use that primarily. And what else? Oh, Jen. Okay. Well, hi, Jen, and I hope that, yeah, I hope all goes well with that, and you will let us know. And let's see what else. Oh, I was starting to say, yeah, the reason that we just have mom and myself on, so that way those on the smaller screens can see, and you can work on whatever you want with whatever you want, up to you. And I should say, yeah, if you're new to Zentangle, we especially want to know, because you are brave. I mean, sometimes it's not necessarily okay, Janetta. Well, welcome. Sometimes it's not necessarily tough. The last couple, it seems like, weren't so bad, but this one, well, I don't know. After I was doing it, it was more okay than what it looked like. Um, so we'll have fun, and I'm looking at the chat at the same time, and good. Okay, so I'm gonna put links in the chat as soon as. Oh, let me get rid of that one thing.
Did you finally decide?
I did. Well, I guess I know, because I decided earlier, and I'm like, well, no, we're gonna do this. That little stuff. I like that. I've done a few of these with Heather. Getting addicted fast. Yes.
Doesn't
Yes,
take
you
long.
will.
I think it's one of those things that either you get addicted fast, or some people say, "No, not for me," and they have
Yeah.
to leave fast.
Yeah. I think you're right.
Right.
I remember somebody on the Facebook group saying they were talking to somebody about Zentangle, and they said something. The person said to them, "Oh, I'd rather stick a needle in my eye," or
I
something like
remember
that.
that.
Like, that's extreme.
Well, my friend Sandra that you've met,
Yeah.
short red hair,
Yeah.
she took the class and said, "No, not for her."
Yeah. Well, I was talking to her
That's
at one
okay.
thing, and she said it was she doesn't like the kind well, the being okay with imperfection.
Right. Yes.
And, I said, but it's a good thing to
Overcome.
practice. Yeah, yeah, because what if you're working on a something, and instead of, throwing stuff away or whatever, if it's something you can't start over, having, a mindset of, okay, how can I make this better? But, it's not for everyone.
Not
And
for everybody.
yeah, like I was trying to tell Dan, I said sometimes, yeah, that there is those differences, and because he was wanting me to make sure I talked to everybody, and it was
We're
that.
just really glad it's good for us.
Yes, because it's super fun. All right, so I don't know. You might go. I don't know, Heather. Well, actually, the one I was thinking about doing, which this is not a great representation of. I was striping with a twist. I was just like, I don't know. They might all
Uh,
hate me after I do that one.
yeah, I'm glad you didn't pick that one.
It might come later though. But I want to play with it a little bit more, and I was reading her instructions. And all right, so I'm gonna share my screen. We'll talk through this, and then we'll play. And of course, I was thinking, if you wanted to add, of course, anything to it around it, because this is more of a border tangle, then, and really, tag, which I'll share a link to that, might be a really good fit, because this is Owen, and to me it has an owly type of face.
It does. I'm thinking,
Um,
how can I do it on a Zendala?
but well, just wait. I think one of her samples.
Oh, they give a
So
sample of that?
yeah,
Okay.
yeah. So this is my version of the step out, and it starts off with a double row of double orbs, and so you could put the orbs in a circle, however you would
Yeah,
want to do it.
yeah, that part wouldn't be hard.
Yeah, yeah. So however, yeah, whatever direction you would want to go with it, maybe starting off with a line of orbs, and then bring in the second one. And some of it is making sure there's enough room in between. But you know what? I found it to be pretty forgiving. So, and honestly, you could wait till later to put in the second orb. I was pretty much following. This is by CZT Anja Schonfelder, and I hope I pronounced that right. So then, after you have your orbs set, then it's just a little bump in the middle, so a little curve line. I use the takeoff and land concept. It really really helped. So tracing over the one orb and then raising it up a little bit, just to make that little bump, and then uh, landing on the other orb. Then we just have some. These are kind of like
Yeah, it's like an S curve on the
yeah,
other side. Yeah, I mean,
yeah,
that's the reverse, but yeah.
yeah, and then mirrored. And this the same thing. Well, this one is more takeoff and crash. Because we take off. Well, you're crashing right
Crash
into
in
here.
the
We're
middle.
not. Yeah, we're not like landing. It's more of like a helicopter landing. We're setting down right there. But it does help to trace over those. Because then too, it kind of gets you going on the S-shaped curve, especially when you're doing the other side. So we're doing that, and then like landing in the middle of the bump that we made. Then we aura. This one I put a little note, start at the top. So from the top, and if I let's see. Well, because I just have like that little partial V. But anyway, so we're gonna do a big curve line. We're gonna aura sort of the orb. So I was coming from, say, the middle of the V, or the top of this, coming around, auraing the orb and this S-shaped curve line, and landing on the orb below. So that one might take, wait till I'll show you. So, auraing, landing, but then the ones after it were coming from that line that we just did. Because I did one, and I was like, oh wait, we need to make sure that we start in the right place, because otherwise you would just, if you started from here, you would just have a line that you would then have to incorporate either by filling in or some kind of decorating. Then after that, we're going to put just a little curved line underneath that first little bump. But if you kind of line it up with what we just did, then you get a little bit of the Celtic knotty type of look. I know, right, Donna? It seems like lots, but it wasn't. It really wasn't that bad. And then honestly, the next parts are more decorating. Just put these couple lines here, which I separated this out, putting these couple lines, and then this is what Anja had, was auraing these little sections, but it was really playtime. So here's what she did. And this, let me see if I need to, and I did, oh yeah, I did put this link in. So this is why we call it Tough Tangle Tuesday. um, and yeah, let's see. But see, yeah, see here, how it's curved.
Yeah. I'm
Oh,
just thinking if you wanted it to meet to make a complete circle, you'd have to start it, I mean, not start it differently, but wait to finish it off at the top. Like she did on hers. She's got it just kind of,
here.
yeah, just,
Mm-hmm.
going off the edge. And then as you come around, you would complete it.
Yeah. And maybe what you do, because I'm thinking, yeah, if you were doing it in the round like that, it would be this step where we're doing this aura-ing, and you could, let's see, do that.
Well,
Oh
you
no, we
just
have
have
these and these. Oh no, it would no. You
see
might think of a gap.
on your step out, you have it completed at the top. And
Yes,
she doesn't. She leaves it open.
right.
So, as you come around the circle, you just
We just
blend it
finish
in.
it.
The spacing, that would be interesting.
Yeah,
We'll
because
see.
because
We'll see how I can do that.
yeah,
I have a question for you. Or
yeah.
if you drew a circle in pencil around the edge where you want to do Owen, do you think that would help?
No,
Yeah, yeah.
Just,
No,
I mean, just to
no,
give you a center line to make those
yeah,
points.
yeah. Yes, that might work. And I have my cheaty things with me, so I can do that.
You mean your accoutrement?
Yes,
All
except
right,
I
thank
can't say
you.
that because it's too hard of a word for me. But
the
You
only
have to
thing,
meet
glad you
more
brought.
northern Michiganders, I guess, for that.
Mm,
the only
Thank
thing
you.
I can think,
mhm.
Mom, thanks, Storm, is because so looking at like this, what would be, I guess, step 4, because the V thing, this step 3, that's not going to matter because that you're going from orb to the center. That will be the same all the way around. But here, you might just have to leave a gap because here, see how she has it starting from here. She has it starting from this little, like, I want to call it a V section and coming around. But what you would want to maybe leave this gap is what I'm thinking. So that way it's continuous all the way around. Does that make
Yeah,
sense? Yeah.
yeah.
That's the only thing I'm thinking.
I'm looking for a cheaty thing that has good marks on it. I got 3 or 4 of them, so
Yeah. So there we go. So, and then like, and I just noticed because it was so small. So it helps when you enlarge it so much that.
oh.
But this is still the playtime. So she aura'd in between
Mhm.
this section, but I'm going to consider that play. So if you want to
Yeah.
aura that in, and however you want to decorate the little sections, that's completely up to you. I noticed here she put like a little very fine, uh,
Crosshatch.
yeah, crosshatch in there. That makes it, well. This makes it look very to me. This makes me think steampunk.
Well, yeah, and those look like not owly to me. That they look
They
like
look like rodents.
or a rodent. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah, because of the way she decorated these sides with the straight
Looks like
lines, it looks like, yeah, whiskers.
yes, and the little
Puppies filled with
triangle looks like a little nose, and then the
yeah.
bigger one looks like the mouth.
It,
It
you
just
know,
needs a couple kitty cat ears sticking up.
yeah. Zelda said puppies. Janetta said otters. Oh wait, Alyssa said bug eyes or flies. Yes, it it fits everything. And I'm thinking like a bunny because like the top one, those look like ginormous floppy ears. So it could be whatever you want. That's fun. So and that's why I always like to share this because it's like then we can have fun. And then you could add things to the background. And let me share this, and I will put I'll just put this link in for tog copy. So this is tomorrow's, if you're following the Inktober Tangles 2022, because I was thinking this one, although this uh picture of it has different things inside, but it could look like feathers. And actually, I think on my Tangles Everywhere group, somebody had posted, it was like some kind of a bird, and it had feathers that looked just like this. So if it's up to you, however you want to accentuate it past. That is up to you. So and all right. As I'm looking, okie dokie. So mom's using a Zentangle, so I'm gonna use now. I think I'm gonna use Renaissance. There I go. Okay. And I'm feeling like I want to also use Micron, or I mean the PN, just because. Now, the question. Oh, I think I'm gonna start off with just doing one side of the orbs. I think I'm gonna go diagonal. Apparently, I'm starting here because it feels right. And then I'm also gonna see. Well, one advantage to doing it just doing one orb. You see what size you get. I say that because I have no apparently I have no control. I'm not taking any responsibility for my hand. And let's see. Uh, okay, Janet, and I'm laughing at Luna, who says her toes are cold. We do care about your toes, Luna. All right, Janet. Well, yeah, we'll say we'll hopefully see you. Yeah, see you for the evening class session.
Her toes are cold. Well, it's like Sunday. I was running in it. We had a pumpkin carving party here on our covered patio, and with Heather and her husband and her brother and his wife and my grandson, her nephew, and my sister, her daughter-in-law's family. And when everybody first started getting here, I was just running in and out of the house. And after a while, I was out on the patio and I realized I was out there in my stocking feet. I had no shoes on. No wonder my feet were cold. Okay, now I have to figure out how I'm doing this.
Okay. Well, yeah, and where are you? So you're gonna go.
I'm going around like this, but I want them like she in a row, but around. Because I also thought you could put them one motif side by side too, but that would be even more difficult. So
Yeah.
I will try it this way.
I wonder if you do it the internal ones first, so that way you see how many you have, so that way it might be easier to pair them up.
I divided them. I divided the lines, so I have lines besides that inner circle. That Storm that helped me, gave me that clue.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I have the lines to draw them on as well.
Oh, it's like how my pairs. Oh, look at mine is. I don't know, what do you call that? Is it going smaller and smaller, together and closer together? Not on purpose, but hey, and not apparently very even. So
Well,
I'll
that's
do the
okay.
test to see how forgiving a tangle is. All right. Oh yeah. So we should have invited everybody. Alyssa says, "Where was the invite?"
We had about all the people we could handle.
We're sorry. Okay, then making sure, yeah, that my hand is. All right, so mine turned out a little bit wonky. Well, it's just one of those. We'll see how this should be the test of a good tangle. If if I can do it and mess it up, air quotes, good enough. All right, so I'm or this is the forgiveness test. Okay, so I'm going to trace over a little bit of my orb and try to kind of come up in the center like that, and then tracing over. The objective of tracing over this, of landing and tracing over, so you don't have that little bump like I just had. Other thing I have to remember is this Renaissance tile is kind of absorbent, so I should pick up my pen afterwards. not let it hang out. Okay. And oh yeah, that's a good question, Chulmi. Yeah, Linda D. I heard something about up north got no. And that would fit, yeah, in the Linda's area. Okay. Then all right, the V. So again with the curve line, and I will I'll leave the top open at first. So again, this was tracing around carefully. And like I say, it's kind of an S shape, so that's the beginning of the S shape, and then just aim for that center. I'm going to do the one side and then change my tile angle so that way it's comfortable. And I can just do that. It's going to go there, and don't have to change it too much. Oh gosh, Alyssa. Oh yeah, because you're up more north than us as well.
Well, Opal is in Ohio, somewhere in Amish country in Ohio, and
Uh-huh.
she texted that they had about 10 minutes of snow yesterday. And that's, I mean, she's south of us.
Both of us.
Yeah.
Wow. I think this say doing the V step, just kind of going slow because I'm doing my best to match kind of the curve, but as we know, it doesn't matter. Even just that, this is one of those two where I think you could stop at a number of places and go, oh, that's interesting, like there, and then just decorate it. And let's see, I better. Okay, there's my top V. Okay. Yeah. So then, yeah, because I'm thinking if you're doing something wrong, so I'm thinking if you leave a nice little gap, imagining and because the other line is going to come around here. So if you left a gap, just guessing, I'm just going to do it. That comes and then lands there, so that way you at least get started, and then you can always make it up here at the
Yeah,
top if you need to.
that's what I have to do.
Yeah. So if you're not though, um, I'm just coming from this top one that's off the page, and then continuing
Okay.
down, and then just decide how far out you want to go with that. With the curve, because I think that you could have fun with that too. One thing that I did notice with this too is because for whatever reason, I like to make it almost like a heart shape, so it's like it dips down, and then I come up more. But so this one, I'm just putting my pen where I want it, and then just starting the curve. But I think that's probably just a me thing because I found that it helped in the next step if I want to make it look a little bit like um, Hellebound, then it seems to help. And I'm looking at you going, that just looks really, really neat already.
I like this going in a circle one. I like it.
Yeah, it
It
makes
isn't
me.
that hard. I think doing it straight would be harder. Okay, now I got to do the other side. I better be quiet till I get that one done.
Yeah, because where you had stopped, it made me think of oh, kind of like Crazy Huggins or Cadent or one of those because
Mm-hmm.
it's a similar. It really it well no. I was to say it's kind of similar, but it was looking like it could be a variation on that the way you were doing it. Yeah, and Jenny, yeah, so yeah, it does look like a stack of birds at this point because with that being the beak, and then from here, oh no, from here we have the just this curve line, and so this is one of those if you wanted to, depending on how your stuff lines up. So the curve line is pretty much wherever you want it. But so like here, if I have it somewhat lined up with, you know, the
Oh,
orb.
my first one and yours too looks like a mad frog.
Yep, they could look like that's kind of neat because it could look like whatever you want it to. So that turned out neat. And then, like I said, then it's playtime. So, um, well, oh no, let's do. Well, no, I mean, you don't have to divide this part if you didn't want to. It's just like everything.
And you could divide it more if you wanted. Well, I don't know. Maybe I like those little.
Yeah,
Are you? Oh, so you're starting it like about in the middle of the other thing.
yeah. So it's kind of like just dividing it in thirds. But yeah, because like this is not. Yeah, because you could just put it on either side evenly, or sort of. Some of mine aren't necessarily even, or right in the middle. Oh, and then I guess I do have to see what would be up here. That's the V. So really, I would have curved line, sort of. I'm gonna have to do some playing up there,
Yeah,
or give it
yours,
a.
yours looks like a stack of owls now too.
It does. It does now you have to decide. See this
Now to
one?
figure out what to do with the rest, but I got
Yeah.
an idea.
And where did I see? Oh, you know what? Oh no, it wasn't there. Oh, I did like how she auraed these curves on the side, so I'm gonna do that with mine. And I think on my step out, I just did one side. On the one sample, she did both sides, and it's the one kind of like the thumbnail picture on the muster cowl page. But I liked it because it just makes it look chiseled is the only word that is coming to my head. And in mine, I don't have these meeting here in the middle. I'm looking at the one of the samples, and it does. Some of it doesn't. It's just that's what's fun and up to you. But yeah, I keep looking at those, and they look like they look like critters. But then yeah, then depending on how you decorate it, because then this other one, the one that she did with that was curved line with floors, it just looks like a pattern. Just interesting. So well see I've switched pens because I like the idea of having this be a little bit thinner or off, and I would just do it in one stroke. That would be nice. Yeah, you could put some fragments of something in there. Yeah, that Zelda says. Only like I should have my 005. Well, when I saw this, I was like, well, being that it's, it's October, it's fall, it's, Halloween y. There would be my aura. Okay. Apparently, I should have had my paper turned this way because for whatever reason, this side feels much more comfortable. Or I could think of this side I was practicing, and now it's comfortable. Just that. Oh wait, let me move not my paper across because then I'm scooching off. And sometimes you get in the routine of it's like, oh, keep the hand here and just move the paper. Oh, that looks neat. I like that, Mom. Now it'll look completely different. Well, I'm gonna say character it. I think in the one. Mhm.
It doesn't look out. It doesn't look animally anymore.
Right. Actually, in her sample, the way, and it kind of mine not so much, but where it has just this part coming out. Not in my fingers there, like that, like at the top. Then it kind of gives it that horned owl look.
It does.
Big
Yeah.
Eyebrows or whatever they were.
And actually, if somebody wanted to make it look like that, they could do it with color or something. You could put a line. Well, all the rest of them have sort of.
Right.
No, they don't. Never mind.
Well, because it's all merged in. It's just depending on how the top looks, but oh well. Yeah, I'm picturing how you could do that. Let's see, and I'm debating. Well, no. Yeah, doing a lot of debating. What do I want to do? Jenny is embracing the owls. All right. And I like that, Mom, that redefining the lines thicker is neat.
Yeah, I like to do that a lot. I find myself doing that a lot.
I find myself needing to do it because I'm floppy.
Well, I plan on coming back and with the finer pen doing that aura.
Oh, yeah.
After I get the thicker one, leaving the thinner one on the orbs.
Yeah. Okay. So, yeah, because they say they don't have to be, or they can be whatever you want. Part of me is thinking, okay, where to course correct first? And could even just put in nice texture things. Like I like that the grid thing with in the orbs. That's a nice idea. Better. Alrighty. I like what you did in there. I think in my step out, I just put like lines, and I was thinking about that afterwards. Like, oh, that would look neat. Doing exactly what you're doing. Doing the rounding on the edges like that. Oh, although. Thinking of doing some other rounding in those sections, but maybe I will just need the smaller pen. Could use a different color since I'm using a Renaissance tile, but this one I have 1005 that that's that one that I need to label fill in because the nib is bent. Different brand, but it's yes, it helps to use a smaller nib. I know what I'm going to do. Sometimes I think I have to learn this. Just do something, and then sometimes good ideas come instead of just sitting and looking at it.
You know what else this reminds me of, especially now that I've darkened the edges. It reminds me of like Northwest indigenous people designs.
Uh-huh.
I hope that's politically correct way to say it.
Well, once you get it, then they change it.
What?
I said once we think that we're right, then they change it. So, if it's not meant an offense, it's not an offense in my. They kind of look like snowshoes stuck together.
Yeah, and I think I don't really have room to aura both sides of each swoop. Oh, you didn't either. Oh, well, you just started.
I just started, yeah, and I ordered the inside, but I was like, I should have
Yeah,
used
I'm
this.
just gonna aura the inside and both sides, just like
Yeah,
you just did. I don't have room to do both.
yeah, yeah. It's kind of hard-ish to fit them in, and
Unless you think about it ahead of time.
right, right. I decided I'm gonna make this like the Maltese Falcon or something. That's isn't that like a jeweled. Oh no, that's an actual falcon. Oh, wait, is that an actual falcon or is it? Because I'm picturing
It's a statue.
statue. Yeah. on the Pink Panther or something like that, where they were chasing after
It
it.
might be of a real falcon. I don't know.
I think it is, but it's like jeweled. That's where my brain went. So I'm just like attaching the corners of these, and they're so tiny. I don't know. Well, I might have to take a look again at our gem class, and so I can make them more gem-y with some nice color and some white. Up here too. Hmm? And where's all my colors? They're somewhere else. Hmm. I'm not sure about the beak part. So here's became aliens.
Yeah.
That's awesome. To get my colors. I wasn't thinking that far ahead. Oh yes, and Charisse, yes, I do the same ones. Yeah, both sessions, so that way,
Just
well,
might do
number
it a
one,
little differently, but it's the same one.
yeah, that way, yeah, it's like, okay, I'm gonna try it this way this evening.
Well, only because too we get a lot of new ideas when we see what everybody else did.
Yeah, yeah. Total full of owls. Yeah,
Well, that's sort of what I was thinking. It sort of looks like designs you would see on a totem pole.
yeah.
That's what I was thinking. But
That.
like
Oh, okay.
Alaska,
Yeah.
that kind of area, the totem poles you'd see in there.
Hmm.
Or not necessarily that. I've seen Polynesian um, designs that look sort of like the same, have the same flavor.
Yeah. Look, I was like, I have my pen at hand. Wait, let me get need a white colored pencil. Oh, and that's kind of sharp. Okay. You know what would also look neat? Time to talk about food. Yes, because I'm hungry, Alyssa. We should talk about food.
Is this one of the long sessions, Heather?
No, this is just an
Oh,
hour.
just a
Oh
regular.
my
Okay.
goodness. Yeah, so like what did that be? 12 or 7-minute warning. Um hmm. I was gonna alternate these and then apparently my hand decided not to, so we're not. I was just thinking of some feeling like mine is calling for maybe some fancy fescues or some things kind of coming out the sides, or maybe muka fronds. You know the hmm. I didn't, Patty, but thank you. That's the fun thing about Zentangle, right? Is you just
Somebody else is hungry.
Oh yes! Oh, that's a soft. Oh, that yes. A mall not too far away. I want to try. Let's see. See, and my yeah, my challenge is I take too long thinking about what do I want to do here. Yes. Oh, that works so nicely. So I use the colored pencil, just in case anyone is wondering. And this is the colorless blender. And one thing that I like to do when I'm coloring and I'm like doing my little characters and coloring things in, so I've gone heavy on the inside. Actually, the way I do gems, right? Heavy on one side, and then just pulling the color out that's already there, so I can have the same color, just lighter, but because I'm drawing it out with this, you would do the same thing with the Tortillion and graphite. Then I don't have to match up any colors and say, well, what's going to look like a lighter color of this color red, this color whatever. All right, I got one color done. Phew. Let's see. Oh, the other kind of expensive gems do we have? Uh, and
Are you going to make all the orbs look like little gems?
I was thinking I was gonna make them look kind of pearlish, and that's what I was thinking. Like, and what colors should I use? Yeah, I'm going. Yeah, I'm not going to use red for those because then they would look like
Evil
then it would
owls.
look like evil owls. Or okay, so or if you're making yours a food based, I don't know that if that olives would go with pretzels, but you could have a new taste sensation and put pimento, so green and red, so pimento stuffed olive, red. Oh my goodness. Although I could, I could, I could make them yellow because I like to dip my warm pretzels in mustard. All right, blue. Oh, and yeah, because I was first thinking I would do, uh, have things alternating, but then, well, they still could. Like that red could be the inside. Let's see. I will on the good. I'm gonna start it. We'll see if I finish alternating. I don't forget. And all right. Oh, see how that looks. It looks neat. Then, so apparently this one I'm going to be playing with this afternoon. Since I didn't get it to a finishing point, but it also reinforces the the reason that the Zentangle method is black, white, and shades of gray. Uh, and then let's see here. At least have to have this part. And we'll get ready to open up. Yes! Yeah. Time's up, pens down.
No,
Oh, that's gorgeous, Mom.
I'm happy with it.
I think I'm going to have to, and Luna was typing that, I'm going to have to, I could probably quite easily have, have the stuff to put in the chat, like I do for some other things, already somewhere else, and just cut and paste, although sometimes cutting and pasting, works. So, all right, with my partial done, but you can see the pretty colors. It's nice. All right, so if everybody, and thank you, Luna, for posting. So Luna posted my website, my email, my YouTube, and mentioned the club, and just so that way you all know. Actually, commercial advertisement. I've got my leaves in here. I was pressing my leaves. Oh, look at how gorgeous these are. I have to.
I'm not looking up till I'm done.
All right. Oh, but you can't resist these. Oh my gosh. All right, I'm getting the commercial ready for when we're done for the next class. I should do that often. Oh, how my gosh. And thank you, Alyssa, for putting the link to the group for Facebook. So if you happen to be on Facebook and you're not in the group, we would love to have you join us. All right, so keep showing. Oh, Diane, that's awesome. I like that, the stuff growing out the side. Oh, okay. So they keep pulling up. If your hand starts to fall asleep, just I'll give you a fair warning as to when I take the picture. I just want to make sure everybody that's getting on is getting on. And
Oh my goodness. Well, we'll wait to comment until you get the picture.
Yeah. All right. So, saying Charles is just. Oh, wait. Maybe it's gonna come. Charles is just a black screen. Oh, nope. And then it's gone. Oh, Rosemary. Wow. Okay. So if this is everyone, and I know Chow, it was just a black screen, so I don't know if it's bandwidth issue, but so I'm gonna give gonna take it. Oh, Felicity, if you can pull yours back from your camera just a little bit. Yes, that's better. And so here you could probably put yours up closer a little bit. Oh, and there's Chow's. Okay, but you know what? They're pretty perfect. So hold them steady. All right, and I got them first try. All right, I will share my screen so you can take them down. And if you didn't get them, if you didn't have it finished enough or whatever, or if you still need to finish it and you want to send me the finished one, if you're not on the Facebook group, I will email it to me and I will add it. And well, let's see. And Jessica, did I not get yours? Okay, I got it. All right. Say, Jessica, I got yours, and I will add it in. Let's take a peek at all of these. They're amazing.
Pull it up a little bit, Heather.
Okay. And oh, let me get rid of that.
Yeah, that worked.
Oh,
Well,
look at it. It's perfect.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, and Jessica, I got yours. It's not on here, but I got it, and I'll add it afterwards. Nice. Look at how. And Jenny, you did make a stack of owls. That is.
I love it. That's so cute.
And I like how Monica is making the little critter inside with the tog. Oh, these are all neat and so cool. Oh, and Elaine. We had a couple that followed your path, Mom. That's nice. Elaine and Zelda.
Elaine. Yeah. Where's Zelda's?
Zelda's on the bottom. Hers more of just a curve, but that is really, really cool. And I like Linda's.
Oh yeah.
Doing like the one pattern, just having those loose ends like that. Although now I'm looking at it, and Felicity did well, similar to what you did with the rounding in that the triangle section, but you could because I'm looking at Linda's, just looks like teeth a little bit. So if you wanted to make this spooky, you really could if you wanted to. And look at Mel G's having it go wider, and they do look more like hearts. That's super cool.
And I'm just looking at mine and some of the others. If I could have been more careful in what I did in this bottom part to make it look like they were really. I mean, I made mine look like they were tucked into each other, but you could really make it look more like the a Celtic.
Oh,
Line. If you're just careful with your lines and how, like in that middle triangular section.
Yeah.
If I would have, it's one of
Yeah.
those.
Oh, because because
you could just bring those two lines down.
Yeah.
Well, maybe I'll try that tonight.
I was just looking to see if anybody did that, because that's a good idea. And I like Chow's putting. Coming on the other end. Hers make me think of otters for some reason, and then coming out with the tag on the end like that. And Tony's is amazing. I like that, going in a circle, that is just way too cool.
Yeah, I mean they're stacked and then stacked again.
Yeah, and I said I was mentioning Diane's, because I was picturing like fancy fescue or something coming out of those corners, but I like adding stuff into those little edges, and Tammy did something similar too, like with just little like little flux shapes, or you could do like anti-dots. And Alyssa did similar. Look at how everybody's on these wavelengths, putting orbs and things on. Oh, but looking at Alyssa's, because Alyssa is the amazing Alyssa, and following those lines outside.
Amazing Alyssa put a note in there to remind everybody. Tangle Time Thursday is Wednesday this week.
Yes, thank you.
Well, I won't be on in the morning, but I'll join you in the evening.
Okay.
Because in the morning, I'll be teaching clay at OPC.
Oh, well, so here we'll see you. That's nice. Oh, and Leslie said
she can fill in for me.
Okay. Yes, and definitely $5 to Alyssa. I'm gonna make Tangle Addicts money.
Obviously, because I when I'm not here, I haven't been in on what it sounds like when Heather has no one to continuously talk to or comment.
I just talk to myself. No, I'm just kidding. I just read the chat, and we have a conversation with me in the chat. It's good. Yes, I'll have to have a prize wall.
Yeah.
Something that will ship. Oh, see, there's a good idea.
Tangle cast is a little bit like coal. What is
Yeah,
it?
like
coal coal cash that, you know, it makes you come back, but when you remember it, it's already expired.
Oh, well, you know, that's not, yeah, it needs to never expire, because that's, you know, it'd be like, yeah, something else. Have to have
They
something
give it
that,
to you and it expired last week. No.
yeah. Oh, well, we
I
should get the
always look
version
at
of
it and think, but I
recording.
don't need anything else.